Is it just me or is it muted? Is it just me? Hey everybody. Let me try to unfuck this disastrous situation here. Let's try that one. The third iteration of the same exact audio channel. What could go wrong? There we go.
Let's tell Trump what's up. Trump would be very upset. And he'd be like, no, just say we love him. We love you, bro. No, he'll be happy. What do you mean? We're fighting for Trump. Hey, hold on. I can't get an outside line. I can call the U.S. Senate, apparently.
Now that's fucking based.
Welcome everybody to midnight in the morning. I was about to start repeating the music. I could just let it loop. It's pretty chill. It is what is it called? The Minion Coochie instrumental. It's here, let me drop the link in. I don't have I could have made a crude remark. Welcome everybody to Midnight in the Morning. It is January 16th, 2021. I hope all of you have a nice cup of coffee, perhaps a Red Bull, or maybe just nothing on your mind. Because let me tell you a story of a man named Anthony. I think it might be Anthony Tim Joseph Gionet, born January 13th, 2021. And tragically passed away recently, according to a now taken down obituary. Now, some people are saying this is hate, it's misinformation, whatever. It's one of the things. It's not true. But I'm here to tell you, chat, I think it might be true. So I have two chats right on screen, and there's a reason for that. I'll take that away for now. Change a few things here, and everything should be catching up with you guys on your end. I have a quick thing to fix. Take just a second here. Well, I hope you're all doing well. Good morning, everybody. So, where is this? It should be that right there. I don't know why that is. Is that? Nope, different thing. Like that, and then it's good as new. That was going to bother me if I didn't fix that. Welcome, everybody. So, we have what can only be described as the birth and death of a Paul Walker character, a future character portrayed by Paul Walker's hologram, Baked Alaska. Now, this guy is the making of a feature film in Hollywood, if ever there was one. That'll do. So, okay, how are you guys doing? Like, I hope none of you went and participated in anything that foolishly poorly optical. You know what the funny thing is I wonder sometimes, did Trump and some of the other people, did they expect these trolls, these internet personalities to show up and do anything but take a bunch of selfies? I mean, it's exactly what I would have expected. And, you know, these things, nothing good ever comes from them. And Zintrax has a good point. It's good to see you, by the way. It's been a while. I hope you've been well. It's just so... It was all so perfect and convenient, wasn't it? The timing. You know, they were talking about everybody getting $2,000, and then it was, okay, here's $600, you know, because somebody trashed Nancy Pelosi's garage door perfectly, by the way. It was immaculate how well done the vandalization, so that way she wouldn't have to replace the brick, only the garage door that is much cheaper. Amazing. But then you had Mitch McConnell's "Where's my money?" on his door, and so immediately they're scuffling about, hiding from underneath their desks, trying to send out those checks, and then we get a nice little story, a nice little boogeyman for everybody to be so concerned about. So there has been a lot of discussion about one Baked Alaska, about, is he really a Fed? Because everybody else who was just there, arrested, immediately. And we're several days past now, and the guy who live streams every moment of his existence, all of his known associates are right there in the open. Everyone could find him easily. And for some reason, nothing. So a lot of people have been wondering. Speculation is at an all-time high. And I think perhaps the best place to start is his failure to appear for his self-defense. If some of you might recall, a few months ago, he went to a bar and he does as Baked Alaska does. Well, let's just have Nick Fuentes. Everybody here likes Nick Fuentes, right? We're all based and red-pilled over here. And speaking of which, there's a new command in chat, because there, of course, has to be.
Now that's fucking based.
There you go. And then it says in chat, the bot says that was based in red-pilled. So you know you're in the right place. You know that you're practically, you have a community here. You know, to all of those agencies out here, you know, we are that honeypot, the nice little warm honeypot that keeps everybody glued together. Doesn't that sound nice and cozy, chat? So, yeah, let's start with this clip here. And, you know, I don't think I need to recrop it. It's fine.
Inception Groypers is now that Baked is being waterboarded in Gitmo. Have you considered dispatching one of the AF guys to the RV crew? I could see Patrick Casey telling a crazy homeless guy, you're kind of getting a little nervous there, buddy, before unleashing a stream of righteous aerolized pepper particles in his face. And while Baked has not been captured yet, to my knowledge, I really hope he doesn't go to jail. I love that guy. He's one of my best friends. And
best friends.
I mean, he really is something. I was talking to Jaden and them about it the other day. How amazing is it?
Chat, you ever want to find true love in this world? Let me give you a little bit of wisdom from somebody who's been around a little bit. You find somebody that looks the same way Nick Fuentes looks when he thinks about Baked Alaska.
Knowledge. I really hope he doesn't go to jail. I love that guy. He's one of my best friends. And, I mean, he really is something.
That's the look. That's when you know you found true love, chat, right there. And I'm not denigrating this man. In fact, I'm actually, you know, I admire his bravery and in the face of everything that he presents himself as, he's kind of in the antithesis. Fucking hell, that was a tongue twister for some reason. Let's go ahead and rewind that just a little bit. You know,
one of my best friends, and I mean, he really is something. I was talking to Jaden and them about it the other day.
About it. So, you know, he really is something. He really is something. I mean, let's just keep going.
How amazing is it that YOBA was in the U.S. Capitol siege of 2021? You know, I think about just last year, I was at the meme mansion with Baked Alaska. This is before he was doing even the IRL streaming, and he was just hanging out, you know, eating Chipotle 3 times a day. And, you know, hanging out.
God, this is fucking gay. Which means happy and very cool and based and red-pilled. So, this has caused a massive shit show. There is a fucking storm, an avalanche of just bad PR and poor optics. So, DLive, which has recently become the haven for censored voices on the internet, has now decided they're I believe demonetizing political content. They've banned a series of channels, including GloomTube, which is incredibly disappointing. GloomTube did nothing to nobody. Didn't deserve it. Couldn't breathe. But yeah, it's all of this is led to the birth of a new haven, a website called Trovo. That's right. But we'll maybe get to that later. There's kind of just a bunch of scatterbrain stuff I wanted to talk about real quick, so I'll let Nick continue to fawn over Baked Alaska here, because it's just really something.
And in the pool, and we would hang out with him. He was getting kicked out.
Oh, I know. I've been expecting it for a while now.
Every place that we went to, he would get in a fight with the owners and get kicked out. We go to a bar. He would get in a fight with the bartenders, get kicked out. We went to a rafting place. You know, we were going to raft down the river. He got in a fight with them and got kicked out. We went to the bowling alley, got in a fight with the guy there, and almost got kicked out. He went to the bowling alley and was playing an arcade game, playing one of those
Wow, you know, if I haven't seen like videos of this guy needlessly macing people that he provoked, I'd think that this guy was some sort of asshole. He goes around, gets kicked out of everywhere. Goes to one bar, gets kicked out for being an asshole. Goes to another bar, gets kicked out for being an asshole. God, that reminds me of somebody. I just can't quite put my finger. 109 fucking bars? You're telling me Baked Alaska's been kicked out of 109 bars? And it's just because they don't believe in the year of Baked Alaska? They're fucking blue-pilled? Is that what I'm meant to believe here? That 109 bars decided that Baked Alaska should not be allowed on their premises, and it's actually just because people hate Baked Alaska? Do I have this right? Is this the fucking world that I'm supposed to interpret? Am I the crazy one here? Even if I'm crazy, is this still the legitimate version of the world? I mean, it really makes you think, doesn't it? It makes you think that these guys can't shut the fuck up about Israel for 5 seconds. About how they've been kicked out of all these goddamn countries. And then he's hanging out with Baked Alaska, he's kicked out of a bar. And he's like, okay, you know, whatever. Next, gets kicked out of a bar and he never thinks to himself, maybe this guy's an absolute cunt. Could be. But no, he's really something, chat. Yeah, he's something fucking dumb.
Basketball arcade games. And the guy kept telling him, you gotta leave. And he kept putting more tokens in the machine. And eventually the owner of the bowling alley just pulled the plug on the game. And Baked was like, hey man, you gotta give me a refund. I wasn't done yet. I was still playing. Oh my gosh.
Good,
you know, this
times,
is the guy this is the great YOBA.
Pardon my French, so
I've
early in the morning.
Years now. I've known him for a little bit more than
it's in the morning. It's not the
3
nighttime.
years now. He's one of my best friends. One of the most funny, charismatic, entertaining people I've ever known. Big heart, you know,
Jesus
larger
fucking
than life.
Christ, suck his
personality.
dick already. All right, so I've heard. Have you heard enough, chat? Do we go for the full 2 minutes? Do we go? Here's what we'll do. We'll speed it up. We'll speed this shit up. And Claims he's mostly Irish. I don't know about that.
And a great friend. And I really hope he doesn't go away because I'll miss him. I'll miss him a lot. And, a lot of people have beat up on him and shit on him for a long time, but he keeps coming back. There's something about him. There's something about that, there's something to be said about somebody who can get knocked down and keep getting back up, and that's what he does. I have to imagine that even his haters have to...
So we need to start drinking to keep watching this. I agree. Okay. So maybe another time, not tonight, but we'll do a drunk stream and find something. We'll get something going. I don't know. But yeah, good afternoon, Devious Dog. Oh, and by the way, I heard some people asking about Davey. So we missed the show this week because I was not feeling well. So the show should be going as far as Davey. I heard from him the other day. He just messaged me to say, hey, I hope you're feeling better, bud. But since then, I haven't talked to him, which I've been feeling pretty good, actually. So, especially considering that what is it, a quote from Rant by Chuck Palahniuk, the character Rant says, one of the most soothing things in life is to look back and see people further back in line worse off than you are. And there's been a lot of that lately, so. What's the sober pill? Fuck, there is no sober pill. Did you have the coof? No, I did not. It was a common cold. It was the common cold. I thought it was. I legitimately was worried. So yeah, we'll call it there for the Fuentes video there. But I just found that interesting. That was a bit of a revealing clip, I felt. Now from here, so I believe he has since this warrant has been issued, I believe he's paid bail again. Like there's been $3,000 dropped onto his account. I don't know exactly how all this works, but we have a screenshot. Maybe some of you a little bit who are more versed in this sort of thing will understand it. I think we should probably start with this article here. Just might have to resize for a second. Just wanted to keep using this background on. Thought it looked pretty neat. Warrant issued in Scottsdale for alt-right streamer who stormed the U.S. Capitol. Now, first and foremost, as much as I'm ripping on these guys, first, you should have known that would have gone down like that. They were probably expecting it to be worse. They were probably expecting to fucking kill you, motherfuckers. You need to stop fucking around. You don't go do something halfway. And I would discourage anything like that, not just for the obvious reasons of having this sort of thing tied to you, but look, nothing good ever comes out of doing stuff like that. Hell, if you're gonna go that far, you might as well just go out there and chant Black Lives Matter. It was an optics disaster, and it accomplished nothing but gave the fucking enemy the dagger to drive into your fucking gut. That's just how I see it, chat. It's just my humble opinion. But I think that nothing good was accomplished. Was it funny? Yes. Was it fucking great? Great is not the word I should use, perhaps, but there was an entertaining element of it. I saw Final Fantasy, and it kind of threw me off for a second. Final Fantasy 16 trailer? I have not seen it, man. Yeah. Let's see. Red Eye with the $1.99. What did you think of the Final Fantasy 16 trailer? I didn't even know that something like that had dropped. I still haven't played 15 yet. So, hype. I'm excited. So, yeah, storming the Capitol. That is, of course, the media being dishonest, right? Storming the Capitol. These assholes ran in there, ransacked their offices. I've heard rumors that some people have taken, like, hard drives and shit. As far as I know, nothing has come of it. But, shit. You can't, after how many years of complaining about the media being dishonest, about complaining about how there's a double standard, did all these people expect that it was going to be just like the riots in Minneapolis? That they would get the same protection that they had apparently received when they went to the very offices of the servants of the people who were in charge and trashed the place, took some selfies. It was so bad that even Trump, who even he had to disavow. And I can't help but shake the idea, that possibility, that maybe there is a little bit of truth to what everyone, like what the media is saying, a little bit. Maybe Trump was half expecting to have an army show up, just to take everything over. Maybe he was. And he had no idea what type of people were really going to show up. He had no idea. I did see also, Zintrax, the videos of people being let in. I also saw the video of the woman getting shot. And you know, you hear from a lot of people about how things can be needlessly escalated. And I don't for a second believe that that woman needed to be shot in the head. Anyway, Skull Kid Productions with $5. A Wild, hope all is well, man. Heard that intro song, so figure you dig my new song. Kind of similar vibes, so search Skull Kid Productions or Skull Kid Pictures of Us. You know, man, let me write that down so I don't forget, actually. I have a nasty habit of forgetting shit like crazy. Blatant shilling, but hey, you know what? It's fine. I'm not gonna give a shit, man.
I win! They fucking lose!
How do you think Richard Spencer's doing right now? I wonder why he wasn't there. I'm just kidding. I don't know if he's actually a Fed. Really, I just think he's a nerd. Probably the most likable quality about him. Skull Kid, that's what it was. Alright. Kuman, I forgot about all these commands. Man, it's fun. So yeah, warrant issued in Scottsdale for alt-right streamer who stormed the U.S. Capitol. He was literally riding with Biden. He was ready to have like the fucking nose of Chomo Joe, just strapped to the back of his fucking neck. He was 100% a Fed and a shill. Yeah, well, here's the reason I think that he might not be a Fed, right? If you guys will remember, a couple of months ago, or maybe like halfway through last year, there was the story of, I believe they were National Guard people, and they had, I believe this was a story from Eric Stryker, by the way, who is, you know, let's just say he's right-leaning. Putting it very mildly. But Eric Stryker had come across a person who, I believe he was going to a lot of these like alt-right meetings, and he got pulled aside by his platoon, and not even his platoon, the FBI came through. I think I'm remembering this properly. And they questioned him, and they were concerned that Richard Spencer was building an army. So the feds were apparently like concerned for Richard Spencer. They were afraid of him. So if he was on their payroll, why were they concerned? So maybe he's an asset to an entirely different group. Who knows? Who can say? The whole thing, just speculating is kind of fun. Oh yeah, Red Eye. I did see that, by the way. Sorry, I don't have that. I'll read that here in a second. I want to get through this article real quick. Stryker's just a pro-white commie. I don't know a whole lot about him, so I don't want to speak ill of the man or speak well of the man without knowing too much. So let's see here. It starts off. Some Arizonians have already been arrested for their roles in storming the Capitol on January 6th. Now, and by the way, to make matters even fucking more amazing, Baked Alaska's hearing, his trial, where he failed to appear, was actually recorded, and you can listen to his discount fucking lawyer dance just as hard as he can, trying to explain to the judge why his client, who signed a piece of paper saying he would not leave the state, was actually at Capitol Hill, at the Capitol Hill insurgents, and he couldn't make it there in time. But yeah, that story with the Eric Stryker, I think it was a National Guard person, it kind of got lost because it happened during a very busy week, but I believe, if I remember correctly, his details were leaked from the FBI to Unicorn Riot, the people that live streamed themselves burning down Minneapolis. And that was another thing I wanted to get to. Baked Alaska and his live stream at Capitol Hill kind of just reminded me of Unicorn Riot doing the whole Minneapolis riot. Cool, Red Eye. Cheers, man. And I'm excited just to hear about it. I love Final Fantasy. Maybe sponsors. Yeah, it could be. Could very well be. But let's see. I don't know if they're. We'll just jump in at a random part. 8 minutes in. 8.5.
I just got a free cheeseburger bite, and I'll just pick it up later.
It's a free cheeseburger bite. I mean, I'm not gonna get it for a free cheeseburger. I wish I had time.
Record indicates that there was a request or permission to leave the state. In addition, the defense participation in the riot was well documented in numerous news articles, including from the New York Times as well as the New York Post.
What was well documented?
His participation in the riot. He's present in Washington, D.C. in the riots on January 6th. So clearly, that would be a violation of the court's order not to leave the state without prior written authorization, and also likely a violation.
It's not live right now.
Of the court's order that he obey all state, local, and federal laws. So the state is asking for a modification of release conditions, and in addition.
So I just wanted to give you a little bit of a taste of that. So here's the link to this video here. You can watch it for yourself. Enjoy a little bit of the year of Baked Alaska. Turns out the real corn harvest was Baked Alaska all along. This is from January 14th, just the other day. Now
that's fucking based.
that is fucking based. You're right. Here's the fucking crowning jewel of this article, though. I want you to just drink that in. Matter of fact, can I get a TTS bot to read that? I must have not reinstalled that. When asked if they were actively pursuing information about GeoNet or his arrest, the FBI declined to comment. Declined to comment. We haven't decided how we're dealing with this yet. Somehow got off with a 1-month ban. So I've heard about the exodus to the new DLive, the new Stream Me. I don't even know where to start with that. Although I heard a zinger from a certain Aussie fella that was really good. It was the first time I've laughed from a clip on the kill stream in a long time. Good one, Rand. Anyway. Until he comes in and posts the $3,000 bond, there's a warrant out for his arrest for that amount. And wouldn't you know it, though, chat? I think it's here. As you can see on the 15th, cash bond receipt, $3,000. So he's still, when he's on the run, all you got to do is dial 911. All you got to do is dial that 911 and you're set. Oh yeah, Trovo. You said the thing, our Skull Kid mentioned the Chinese. Worse, because the 10 cent, which I believe is owned majorly by the Chinese government. So yeah, it's going to be a fun year. Is this Baked Alaska we're talking about? Yes, sir, it is. I never thought it would come to that. I never expected the year of Baked Alaska to really end in January. You don't seem to know about Jade Saker being CNN, or you would be going off. Sorry, dude. So I don't even know the name James Saker. That's why I've seen the name in chat throughout the stream. I just don't know. Never heard of him. It's going to be a fun year. So let's go ahead and switch it up here. Go back to that nice cityscape. Warrant issue. Alaska's arrest. I love it. And already the money has come through and they're like, all right, it's fine. He'll show up later. So this is the mugshot from the arrest from a few months ago when he, in self-defense, provided the internet with something called content spray. Yeah, so 3,000 bond. As far as I know, he still doesn't have charges. That's the fucking weird part. This guy live streamed himself. This is the true, like, this is, what do you call it? Like, he's fucking winning, chat. He's fucking winning. Or he's a Fed. Like, is it possible that he is so useful as a useful idiot that he's not even on the payroll? That they just let him go? Or does he actually have a handler? There's no fucking way. This guy, everyone else got arrested. And this dude's just walking around, you know, and I know people haven't heard of him. And, you know, there was a day where everyone thought he faked his death, as you can see here in his obituary, which has since been taken down. If you go to that link, it does not exist. So, I don't even know what to think anymore. Yeah, that doesn't know. Jade Saylor was the guy in the Capitol saying we did it and urging on Trump supporters. What are we talking about? The older man that was telling people we needed to storm the? Is it that guy? So just give it to me, chat. Let me hear your opinions. Let's do this the old-fashioned way. I could set up a poll, but I don't want to deal with any of that convoluted nonsense. Put one in chat if you think this guy is officially on the books. He's one of their guys. He's either a confidential informant or a full-on like agent, a provocateur agent employed by the U.S. government. Put a 2 in chat if you think that he is just a clueless fucking grifter. Excuse me. He is also a drifter. Who is just an ass. Like, he's so useful to them that they just keep letting him go. Basically, he's a moron. So they just keep letting him go. I see a lot of ones.
Now that's fucking based.
Whitey Bulger status. That's the impression I get. Everyone else has had the book thrown at them very, very vigorously. He can easily be both. I don't know. 1 and 2. So it seems... Chat, like, could any of us have done what he did this past week and be walking around like nothing happened? Like, I mean, I know he's kind of in hiding, but if they wanted to find him, they could find him. You cannot convince me that it's just we just don't know where he is. Well, have you fucking looked? How is it that you just magically seem to never be able to find these people when you need to? I just wanted to play this little clip here. Where were the Keemstar donations? You know, when that was the perfect time for him to get Keemed.
So, with all that said, you guys, do I still have your attention?
Yeah!
Nigga!
He was talking about that place in Africa. Keemstar can't be fucking stopped. Yeah, I've heard of Tiger King. I haven't watched the thing, though. Let's see. So I just wanted to play that real quick. That's what we've been dealing with. That's the YOBA energy for which I speak. But could any of us have done this right here? And be talking with you and I?
Oh, yeah? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Let's go. And it's YOBA season. YOBA season. Let's go. Okay. America first is inevitable.
Nigger!
Let's go.
Nigger! Nigger!
Let's go.
God damn it, Keem. God damn it. Look, I disavow. Okay, I disavow. Legitimately forgot that I put that there. My bad. Sorry, Susan. Sorry, Susan. Yes, that is fake. It is unfortunately not real.
Now that's fucking based.
Let's
you ain't
go.
black.
And you ain't black. I am not black. So, Alice, unfortunately, Biden has taken my blackness from me. All right, let's. This is Alice. I've heard something involving a dog, and I haven't heard the details, and I just did not want to inquire further. Something involving a dog. I said I'm good. I think she did something with Blade that was great. I just don't. Yeah. Yeah, you and I both know Nancy Pelosi's vindictive as fuck. There's no way in hell he's by himself. And Big Pooper, I know it's fake. Big Pooper, it's a joke, buddy. It is a joke, and then I immediately told you it was a joke. Like, do they on CNN after faking a story go, I'm just fucking with you. It's just a thing I added for comedic humor, or for comedic content, for comedic value. Sean, not Connery of $4.99. If you didn't vote for me, you ain't been dead for a decade. That's very true. That's very sure as hell must have not voted Democrat because you haven't been dead for the last 20 years. Anyway, we have Alice here, and I believe she is sort of, kind of girlfriend. Hi, Alice. This is Suzanne, Tim's mom. I'm just letting you know Tim has been arrested and is in federal custody. He said you were a great friend to him, and he wanted you to know. We don't know when they'll release him, but it looks like he's doing some major time. Oh, did I miss one? My bad, homie. Go ahead and rectify said situation there. So I don't know if I believe this Alice chick. She's not exactly, he seems to find crazy chicks. My bad. No, I'm effectively. I mean, I'm poor and I'm white. I'm effectively black as far as I'm concerned. Gregor Samsa with $2 Canadian. I need milk. Would you smash Crazy Eyes Ashton? I haven't gotten a good look at Ashton, so I can't say for sure, but she looks all right enough. Thank you, gentlemen. So yeah, that was Alice. But the weird thing is she had shared that very same post before and then deleted it. So most people are saying this is fake as fuck. There's this one even right here. I'll have on screen. Second, there we are. They got him, boys, and this that she is alleging is from Tim's mom. And I'm assuming Baked Alaska is just pretending to be his mom. I mean, I could hardly resist last night firing up a live stream to go, Baked Alaska, he's dead, everybody. Because I just knew it was another attempt at just getting a little bit of, a little more clout before he goes away. I would say it's probably fake. Yes, I'm inclined to not believe it. But just like most confidential informants, man, is this the last we will ever see of Baked Alaska? Cool, good to see you, bud. Could be. So yeah, Boogie died. At the end of this, Boogie really did win. But where does this leave us, right? We've got this video. I don't plan on watching it. I just wanted to bring this up as a point of reference. And I'll drop the link again in chat if you guys want to check it out for yourself. But this is the Baked Alaska judge hearing he should have showed up for. The pre-trial hearing, I think. Well, that's what'll happen. He'll have a new identity. Really, if you think about it, Baked Alaska, if he were to not have, like, his blonde hair and that beard, maybe even give himself a mustache and to shave his head and put on like reading glasses, no one would recognize him. The thing is I don't think Baked Alaska could prevent himself from acting like Baked Alaska, and people will recognize him that way. I think it's as simple as that, quite frankly. What's happened with the Midnight Crockpot? So, I haven't talked to Davey since a day or so ago, but yeah, I wasn't feeling well the other day, so I figured it'd just be better to hold off for a week than it would be to do a show that would be what I would consider suboptimal. I knew it wouldn't have. So, I doubt he'll stop being Baked Alaska. Eventually, he'll pepper spray a cop. Well, the way he was going, it was only going to end once with him in jail, quite frankly. I'm going to go ahead and play this because it's a chill fucking song. Yeah. It's a version of We Love Our Cops that hasn't been played a million times. I don't think it was hungover that night. So, is he going to face any jail time? I really don't think so. It seems the consensus here is that he's probably fed. If I wasn't convinced before, this last controversy was enough to convince me. No way this guy is stay out of jail like this. Like, they would have every reason to go full James Alex Fields on this guy and give him 419 years. To really use him as an example, but they mysteriously use everyone else as an example around him. Now, I found some people talking, if I can find it again, about how everyone they've been talking to, or everyone they knew from the protest that talked to Baked Alaska, has been swooped up. If I can find the post. Get in touch with Baked. He'll come on air. Baked Alaska could come on. I don't know how to get a hold of the guy, but if he was, if hypothetically I was live and he wanted to call in, yeah, I'd patch in Baked Alaska. I don't know how I don't know how it would go. It'd be funny though. Oh, they finally have a picture of Baked Alaska to use for the thing now. Imagine that. Now that I need the post, I guess. If they were blowing his cover. Will Bake's next song be like NWA? Probably, man. I mean, I don't see why not. That he has to embrace it now. He's an outlaw, renegade. Now he is on the run. All right. I mean, quite frankly, a fugitive stream would be fucking amazing. So where does this leave the America First movement? Yeah, I'm sure Davey's all right. Probably just taking a few days off. I would assume he was a bit disheartened with what happened with DLive. YouTube's always yanking him around. So, yeah, no, a fugitive Baked Alaska stream would be fucking amazing. It'd be quite straightforward. Let's bring this up. Just a post from what appears to be 4chan. Person says that they were one of the people that were at the Capitol protests on January 6th. A few friends of his got arrested and others got a visit from the FBI, and they were coming to find a common thread among these visits. The people who were contacted with the FBI spoke with Baked Alaska on the day of the protest, yet Baked Alaska has yet to be arrested or charged. I mean, maybe I should just leave that on screen for a minute. There's no reason not to. So there we have it, folks. Baked Alaska is yet another another Paul Walker character in a long line of I think I already said that he'd be played by a future Paul Walker. I mean, I don't know how many other zingers I can think up on the fly. Sherry D with $5. Thanks for this amazing morning show. Hey, you're quite welcome. We'd love to see more morning shows. Stay based. Thank you. We'll see. This is a better time slot for me. So we'll see how it goes. When I'm in a jam, I can snitch on my man. So just, I mean, this would be a time where I would slow clap sarcastically at the G. So yeah, we've got Trovo. Let's see, the new website. Let's give it a, if there's anything on YouTube. Oh, Trovo. So it seems to be a rising new trend. People are going to be migrating to this new platform, a new promised land. But there is already like higher moderation minimums than what we see on Twitch. So it's kind of pointless. What happened at DLive? I see two people saying, what happened at DLive? Well, funny you should ask. I could just bring that up. Like, what? Yeah, exactly. What's the point of a new website that is just as bad, if not worse, as the one everyone... So I think this guy is a contributor for the Daily Beast. Will Sommer. Yeah, the Daily Beast. Oh, he covers QAnon, does he? Writing a book on QAnon. Expert. The Nurse Tiffany from Tennessee, I have not. Streaming platform DLive has banned streamers connected to the Capitol riot, including Nick Fuentes, Baked Alaska, Proud Boy rioter Nick Ox. DLive was key to some far-right income streams since they made money on the site, and also GloomTube. RIP. So what's even the point of any of these websites when they're going to bend with a little amount of pressure? And what I remember seeing a while back, you know, I'm not... God, it's just so tiresome, right? You see this happen time and time again. And that everybody should basically come to expect this, but it's still disappointing. See if I can find the post in question. The lemmings are arguing over which cliff to jump off of again. It does remind, you know, we just had Parler, you know, all the shit with Parler happening.
Now that's fucking based.
That was base. That's my only response. I don't know what else to say to that. I'll try to just ask. Dear DLive community, in response to the recent incident on January 6th, let me bring this up. This is the latest thing that they've gotten themselves into a bit of a kerfuffle with. Hold on. So it used to be that if you were going to talk about politics or whatever, it was allowed. It was you were given permission on the Chinese website to discuss such a thing. However, you had to put it under a tab. You had to give it the X tab. Let's go ahead and read this lovely statement from DLive. Dear DLive community, in response to the recent incident on January 6th, we have decided to implement a temporary feature to disable donations and paid subscriptions to all X-Tag channels. Implement a temporary feature. Nice, doesn't it sound nice when they decide to use words like that? I don't know. It would take a minute to get into the Sammy question. I don't even want to go there. We understand the inconvenience this may cause for some of you, but we believe this is the necessary action to take to ensure a responsible and safe community during this challenging time. The new policy will be effective from now until further notice. Thank you for your support. When am I going to start my own free speech site for everyone? Well, inevitably, here's what happens when you call yourself a free speech site. You call yourself a free speech site, then people show up to test your resolve. How far can this go? Let's see how far they're willing to push their principles. And my take would be, if you're an asshole, you're out. If you could speak to me in sincerity, just don't be a dick about what you would have to say. That would be my rule, basically. Don't come out screaming about stupid stuff that, say what you mean precisely. Use your fucking words like a human being. With lots and lots and lots of, French. I mean, there is as much as I have made jokes about optics, right? You get a lot more across to people not sounding like a maniac who's screaming constantly about deranged stuff. Even if you're right? Think about Owen Benjamin and the moon. Even if the moon was faked, and I haven't been, who knows, right? That's not for powers like me to decide. The powers that be are above me, that is above my pay grade. I don't know, and I don't care. But even if he was right, just the way he was acting, even if you're right, you can't act like that much of an asshole. Deranged stuff is more fun, I agree. I enjoy crazy people. That's pretty much how I ended up doing these streams. What's Owen been up to? I have no idea, man. I hope that community comes together. Look, for all, dude's nuts. But past so many flaws, there's somebody who I think's heart's in the right place. But there's just so much there's a whole human condition to kind of just dig through. But there's a guy who really just wants people to think that he's funny and think that he's cool. And he wants it so desperately. And once that clicked with me, any sort of animosity really just couldn't stick. He's just a guy who really never grew up all the way. That's probably being way more nicer to the guy than I necessarily could be. We've had fun ripping on Owen Benjamin, but I don't know. There's something undeniably likable about the guy. I can't shake it. It's like a superpower or something. I don't know. Okay, so people with the X tag can still stream, but no one can give them lemons. That's fair. The King of the Bears. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he has something. Maybe it doesn't click with everybody, but there's something about him that people really drive with. I mean, I feel this in a different way, right? I look at somebody like Fuentes, right? And I go, how the fuck does anybody watch this? How is this? And I'm saying this as a self-aware enough guy that, I realize people are watching me right now. There just isn't anything likable, dude. I mean, to each his own. Then again, I haven't tuned in, so maybe I'm having kind of rose-tinted glasses. I'm thinking about the good old days on YouTube where everyone was just pissed off at each other all the time. Man, those were the good old days. Yeah, here it is. So there was a lot of pressure on DLive in the days leading up to this statement, this January 8th statement, that, of course, the people who out there who are going, DLive, you need to do something about this platform, they're never going to use DLive. Why would they? Hey, let's use Twitch, but it's worse. Yeah, it sounds amazing. Who the fuck would ever want that? Kill streams with JF, bro. I'm surprised that hasn't happened. While we strongly advocate for the empowerment of our content creators, we also have a zero tolerance towards any forms of violence and illegal activities. Here is a statement from DLive regarding the recent protests. And then their community statement.
Now that's fucking based.
Alright. So where do we go from here? I did see a little bit of the kill stream. Apparently, they had taken... they're just holding some of this money hostage. I didn't realize that they're doing the same thing YouTube did. Oh, we're just not going to pay you out. I think... I forget how much it was, but they owe... Randbot a couple $100. Assholes. And I know they owe people way more money than that too, but that's just, you know, just a little bit right there. And if he's not getting his money, you can imagine there's a lot of money caught up that they're just like, well, actually we our digital, you know, monopoly money, lemons, they can be revoked at any time per the user agreement. Anyway. So I think I've said just about everything I need to say. I'll go through the tabs real quick. Let's see what we have. Got DLive. Got the articles. I still can't believe that shit. Like at the bottom of the article, the FBI didn't want to comment. I cannot confirm nor deny that we have brought charges against one Baked Alaska. Especially, he hasn't had any charges brought up against him for Capitol Hill. Bizarre, right? Not every idiot on the right is a Fed either. That's exactly the point. Like, at what point do you have to go, this guy's an idiot versus this guy's a useful idiot? You just have to wonder. Let's see. He's snitching though. Baked is definite. I would say he probably is. But yeah, the fact that there are no charges against him for that, even though that there's a warrant out for his arrest, you know, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Can't you just use Streamlabs? I don't think too many channels cared about lemons. I believe you can, unless you've been like banned from there. I don't know. But yeah, I have a feeling he's a paid employee. I mean, what? We're supposed to think he went BuzzFeed employee to MAGA Pede to IBS debate moderator to IRL streamer back to MAGA Pede. It's just Bait Alaska. I like that. That is good. Well, I do know what I need to play. Hold on. A Gypsy Crusader? Never heard of him. I missed his Yang Gang saga. Oh.
You can, but look how well it's worked out for you. You've lost 700 fucking subs. You've got a girl here basically calling you a cuck. You've got another guy that got a as a pedo apologist in his life.
You're fucking live. We ask you why you do this creative decision, and you say my manager told me. What the fuck does he know?
No, I'm not cucking live.
Baked Alaska, what a wanker. Look what you did. Dumb son of a bitch, now you just look like shit. Baked Alaska, what a wanker. Look what you did. Dumb son of a bitch, now you just look like shit. Baked getting real cancerous. Live in Los Angeles. Real scandalous, getting cocked out by all of his managers. What have I seen? Busted by Jim on live stream, hanging with another autistic Charlie Sheen. What have I seen? They getting cancerous, live in Los Angeles, getting real scandalous, getting cucked out by all of his managers. Baby, it cancerous, live in Los Angeles.
Who would have believed this guy was probably a fucking federal employee? And I say probably because I think it's fairly likely. If I didn't think he was a fucking Fed before, you see, now I'm on repeat. Now I'm on fucking. No, I've never looked that up, but I know what it is. I'm good.
I never thought Bait was funny, never thought he was interesting, never trusted him, never liked him. R.I.P. Baked Alaska.
Classic. Buy the last copy of Baked Alaska's book Meme Magic on eBay, currently at $35. I wouldn't spend $10 on it, but it would be a fun novelty. What even happened? You know, I'm curious. Let's check what happened with Jay. The public space.
Now that's fucking based.
Perfect. Oh, is it JFG tonight, or is that his new show? So he's still doing his show. Not the most flattering angle there. But yeah, there it is, JFG tonight. It looks like he probably pulls about 300 to 400 people regularly. Does a regular show every night. At a reasonable length, look at that. Hour to hour and a half. The sweet spot. Yeah, this is a new channel, though. I believe this is his secondary channel, so. Well, that doesn't change that for sure. It doesn't change a damn thing. Yeah, it definitely keeps a low profile. AFT tonight. Oh yeah, the Ralph tour tonight. I forgot about that. Let's see, where are we sitting? An hour and 2 minutes. So I'll hang out for a little bit longer. I don't think I've missed anything that I had set aside. We got his mugshot. His lawyer, who's a dirt bike enthusiast. A dirt bike crasher, he says here. Let's. Criminal attorney in Arizona, advocate, Sun Devil, dirt bike crasher. And he earned every fucking penny he got from Baked Alaska, that's for sure. Oh, he actually closed the public space channel. Oh yeah, there are so many good ones. I mean, there's something we can check out real quick. Hold on. Baked lawyer's going to get him the death penalty. Did you see the hearing? He still earned every penny. He's still earned every penny. I mean, how the hell do you salvage that fucking thing? Go ahead and play this again. Thought it was great. Over. Time to remember the good times we all had. I mean, maybe the real Making America Great Again was the Baked Alaska who maced people in between. I don't know if that really works. Okay, and that's when I did that. Need more of his content, Mason. I've included more of that. Is he on the run? Is he on the run? Well, all he has to do is dial 911. They'll come swoop him up. Give him a new.
Let's tell Trump what's up. Trump would be very upset. And he'd be like, no, just say we love him. We love you, bro. No, he'll be happy. What do you mean? We're fighting for Trump. Hey, hold on. I can't get an outside line. I can call the U.S. Senate, apparently.
So this is basically a funeral stream. I believe this is the last we will ever see of Baked Alaska. I think this is it. So, rip Baked Alaska. I hope they give you a nice assignment. A nice cushy assignment. You put it in the work. Talk about putting in the work.
Now that's fucking based.
Alright. A great cover. Minion Coochie. Should be able to find it pretty. I had an idea. I when I was originally putting the stream together, I was thinking I could do a Discord call and get everyone together, and everyone could all sing "We Love Our Cops." But I just really sounded like a great idea until now. I'm sitting here going, "Yeah, I'm not gonna." Desk job for Baked. He earned it. He absolutely did earn it. Lol Z channel on YouTube. Okay, so that's where you can find a lot of the videos. No joke, it's such a catchy tune. I'm pretty sure it's the last song any of us will ever hear. Haunting us in the back of our minds. It's just, it blows me away, right? Like the game that the guys talked. They hung up a noose outside of Capitol Hill, and then they stormed the place thinking, yeah, let's take some selfies and pretend that nothing's gonna happen. What the fuck do you guys think was gonna happen? They should just let him keep streaming from prison. Why not? You can just see it now and ascending into the fucking gates of heaven with this "We Love Our Cops" playing faintly in the background because of course God's blasting that shit on full blast. Imagine TTS in prison. Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking. All right. About that time, chat. I've said all I have to say. I believe it is that time of the night where I say, excuse me, time of the night. It's the time of the morning where I say, I'm done. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into the stream tonight. Remember, be yourself, because you might find yourself by yourself, and anybody can learn from their own mistakes, but it takes a wise guy like yourself to learn from the mistakes made by others, including Baked Alaska. Just watch what he does and do the opposite, I would say, is a pretty fair bet. But yeah, as for doing more streams, we'll see how it goes. I've been feeling a little what's the word? I like messing around with the overlays and making little videos, but as far as like providing commentary, like most of this stuff, the jokes write themselves. All I can really do is bring up a few links and go get a load of this guy. I mean, what else really needs to be said? But whenever I have the inclination and can get you a little something. Ooh, I found the link to that SoundCloud. There you go. But you guys have yourselves a nice Saturday morning. Nice Saturday morning, and stay safe, and more importantly, stay smart. You know, don't scream about like killing politicians and then run to Capitol Hill. Like, what kind of I don't need to tell like decent folk like yourselves not to do something like that. I figured it would be implied. But oh, no guitar playing this morning. I have been doing some really cool stuff. This preamp that I got is a really cheap preamp, but I have access to a lot of really interesting sounds. But I don't even know how I would wire that in to sound so you guys could hear it right now. And even if I did that, I wouldn't be able to. So we'll do something. But you guys have yourselves a nice Saturday, and I'll talk to you guys another time.